complain that their children also clench and they can hear them grinding away at night. I also get a lot of referrals from Perth's children's ENT specialists to see children who have been bleeding out of their ears or have had a lot of grommets and a lot of ear pain. And unfortunately, they all have a common thread, and it's the inability to eat a large variety of vegetables and have a healthy diet. And unfortunately, we have a lot of parents complaining that the children won't allow them to feed them these vegetables, and that they all seem to have what's called a white diet. So they're only eating burgers, chips, pasta, milk. So a lot of complex sugars, a lot of things that are going to make them feel very unwell. And unfortunately, it's a common thread. So you can access your speech pathologist to help with sensory disturbances. As children develop, they can find it very hard to tolerate eating different consistencies and different foods, so they can help you out. The Autism WA website is amazing. It has a lot of free courses for parents on how to help children eat healthy foods. A large proportion of the children I see, once we take them off milk, cow's milk, because of the high amount of sugar that's now put in milk. If you got milk straight from the cow, it wouldn't be a problem, but unfortunately with the way we package milk, there's such high amounts of sugar. So then all your complex sugars like pasta and rice are also going to increase that clench reflex. So it's very important these children stay away from sugar. Also, you can encourage them to eat vegetables by getting them to grow their own, and it's very important to show them the life cycle of the planet and to have some pride in growing their own food, and encouraging that tactile response of digging the soil and watering their little babies. And they really love taking pride and care of their little baby vegetables or fruit trees and stuff like that. So that's very important. The other thing that you can do is remember your positive parenting and go to your positive parenting courses. A lot of the adults that I see are very stressed from looking after children, not just with them clenching and with jaw and ear pain, but just children in general. And you can do your basics. So I treat a lot of psychologists, a lot of paediatricians, so please access their services and their courses. But the start is to remember the evidence shows children will ask a question repeatedly at least 7 times. So it's important not to trigger to that. And remember not to justify yourself continually and give long explanations. So give the child 2 choices that are pro towards what you want to do, and let them make that decision. Explain to them why, and only explain once. And then if they keep repeating, you have 3 things that children want to hear. They need to be told that they're loved, they need to be told that they're safe, and they need to be told that, gee, I can see how hard you're trying or how hard you're working. So instead of triggering and getting angrier and explaining all the time, and then you get jaw pain because you're talking too much, if they ask you why, say, I love you, sweetheart, but why? And say, you're safe, but why? Why do I have to do that, Mum or Dad? You say, I can see how hard you're trying. And they get very bored of hearing the same 3 things, and then it makes them activate and use their neural pathways and makes them think, oh, what did Mum say? Or what did Dad say? And you're actually helping the growth and development of their brain and slowing them down. So if you can try and avoid to not rush and maybe think, well, you are going to be late or miss out on an activity, it might be for the greater good for both of you, as it will reduce your clenching and your grinding, and the child has a chance to develop and you have a chance to breathe.